Last week, I was traveling in train. The train departed from New-jalpaiguri and destination was Kolkata. As soon as I entered my bogie, I saw a man sitting near to my berth looking at me. I took it as a normal stare, as we all do when someone enters our bogie. The man was traveling with his mother and sister and maybe friend, not sure who were the other people. But then I noticed him again, looking at me. I avoided it as usual because it can be again a normal stare and a coincidence. Well, I was traveling with my husband and we were sitting on the side lower berth. He showed me some discomfort and told me, "What is this man's problem?" I asked what happened. My husband said, "The man keeps looking at you." Now note, my husband said it loud enough for the man to hear our conversation, thinking that he would stop staring. But he did not. The man looked like he would be in his 40s. He kept his hand in his cheek and constantly kept staring at me. I decided to look at him in his eyes now with some anger. Note, the trick of mind always works. At least I thought so. The man felt uneasy and just stood up, looking here and there as if I caught his crime. He went out in that common washroom area. Meanwhile, I asked my husband, "Shall I tell all this to the man's family?" My husband pointed out that his family may not believe me and instead make a scene. Instead, he suggested me to inform the police who comes for patrolling. Anyway, we thought maybe now he won't stare. Then he came back, now sat on the other opposite berth and again started staring at me. My husband looked at him. He again went out feeling uneasy. Meanwhile, his family members got worried. Why is he going out repeatedly? And they called him back. Then he again started staring. It was a very uncomfortable situation. This never happened with me before. I felt a rush of anger within me. My husband managed to take his mobile out and record a video of the person while he was staring at me to keep it as a proof in case. Fortunately, the lower side berth had reservation of the TT of the train. When he came, my husband asked me to inform him. I gathered some confidence and shouted at the man directly, "What is your problem? Why are you staring at me continuously?" The man felt uneasy, got up and started to go out again. Everyone in the bogie now started staring at me. The TT asked what happened. I informed him everything. Meanwhile, the sister of that man started supporting his brother and she started blabbering something which made me realize that in this country we women are not very supportive to other women. I was shocked and felt hopeless of that woman's thought process. She started pointing out that anybody can look at anybody, there is no harm. She literally told me that কোনো ক্ষতি তো করিনি, বাস তাকিয়েছেই তো. Means he just looked at you, he did not do any kind of harm to you. Okay, so are you saying I should have waited for any harm to occur and why would he stare at me, making me feel uncomfortable? She started pointing out at my dress. Please note, I was wearing a jeans and a top with an oversized shirt as well, so my dress was fully covered. She was saying she was noticing us and we were not very good. In short, she tried to blame us instead. She started saying that we need to see doctor because our mental condition is not good, as we are putting false blame on her brother. She started using words like idiots for us. I felt extreme rage, but I controlled myself. Me and my husband responded to her for her ill thinking and how the women of our country will continue suffering because of women like her. Being a woman, if she is not able to understand the difference between looking and stalking, then I'm sorry, I have nothing else to say. I tasted the bitter truth of this society. I know it was her family, but she could have reacted in different way. Instead, she started blaming and pointing that me and my husband have mental issues. Thank God they were supposed to get down after 2 stops after that incident. I felt terrible, less because of the man and more because of his sister now. After they left, I could breathe again. The reality of our society left me dumb.